Creyeron que la Tierra carecía de ejército. No se equivocaron. Era peor que eso. The stars stretched across the black sky, calm and silent, as the alien fleet moved closer to Earth. Captain Daniel Hayes sat in the command chair of his ship, watching the blue planet grow larger on the view screen. He was young for his rank, but confident. He had been trained to conquer planets like this one. From his perspective, Earth was small, weak, and completely unprepared. He leaned back and smiled. "Report," he said to his lieutenant, a tall, thin alien named Vrak. "All readings indicate minimal defense," Vrak replied. "Surface life is technologically primitive. Orbital satellites are present but lightly armed. This world does not have a standing military." Daniel nodded. He felt certain. "Prepare the survey fleet. We will take samples and test their response. Nothing more. Let them see how harmless we are. We will not waste resources if they surrender immediately." On Earth, the first signs of the approaching fleet went unnoticed by most people. Cities were busy with normal life, children played in parks, and traffic moved through crowded streets. Few imagined that above their heads, alien ships were gliding through the upper atmosphere, silent and watching. In a hidden command center under the Rocky Mountains, Commander Laura Bennett stood in front of a large screen, her brow furrowed. She had been tracking unusual energy readings from deep space for days. It was too strong to be a meteor, too organized to be a natural signal. "Lieutenant Morgan," she said, pointing to a young officer scanning the data. "What do you see?" Kyle Morgan, sitting at the radar station, checked the readings again. "Ma'am, the signals are massive. It's a fleet. I think they are approaching orbit. This isn't a test either. They are coming fast." Commander Bennett nodded. She had expected threats from space, but nothing like this. "Get me a full orbital analysis. I want every satellite, every telescope, every drone scanning the incoming ships. Prepare for observation, but do not alert the public. We cannot cause panic yet." Back on the alien ship, Daniel Hayes watched as the planet slowly rotated below them. He saw oceans, mountains, cities, and rivers. Everything looked fragile. "They have no weapons in orbit," he said aloud. "Nothing to stop us." Vrak moved to the side. "Shall we test them?" he asked. "Perhaps a small strike to see their response?" Daniel shook his head. "No, that will alert them too soon. We only observe for now. We take note. The real strike comes later if necessary. Watch them. Learn how weak they are." The first contact came slowly. A small alien scout ship moved closer to Earth, entering orbit. Commander Bennett noticed the new object almost immediately. The radar screen flashed a warning. "Sir, unidentified object approaching," said Lieutenant Morgan. "It's too large to be a satellite. Velocity and trajectory indicate intelligent control." "Keep tracking," Commander Bennett said calmly. She did not want to reveal too much. "Do not engage. Let it come closer. I need to know what we are dealing with." The scout moved over the Pacific Ocean, silently scanning. Humans could not see it, but the sensors in orbit could detect its energy signatures. Commander Bennett observed the readings carefully. The alien ship was fast, far faster than anything humans had built. It carried energy weapons, but they were not yet active. As the hours passed, the humans watched quietly, learning more about the ship. The aliens, on the other hand, believed they were undetected. Daniel Hayes thought the humans were still unaware, still primitive, still defenseless. He gave orders for the scout to continue its scan, but humans were not so simple. The satellites in high orbit had hidden weapon systems. Drones stood ready in secret hangars around the globe. Commander Bennett had spent decades preparing for the day someone might try to invade Earth. Most people thought these defenses were just for show. Few knew how advanced they really were. The alien scout continued its slow orbit, scanning cities and oceans. Daniel Hayes watched the readings, noting no major resistance. His confidence grew. "They do not see us," he said. "We are as ghosts to them." Meanwhile, in orbit above New York, Captain Ethan Parker prepared his squadron of small fighters. They were hidden inside large cargo satellites, invisible to alien sensors. "Listen up," Ethan said to his team. "The aliens are here. They do not know we are watching. Our mission is to track them, report everything. We do not attack yet, only observe and be ready." The squadron moved silently into position. They stayed hidden in the shadow of the planet, their small engines off, using only passive sensors to gather data. Humans were watching, learning, and preparing. Back on the alien command ship, Daniel Hayes ordered more detailed scans of major cities. He wanted to know how humans would respond. He saw lights, buildings, cars moving, and thought, so simple, so fragile. He did not see humans preparing underground, in hidden bunkers, in secret command centers. Days passed as both sides observed. Aliens continued to believe humans were weak. Humans, however, began noticing patterns in the scout ship's movement. Lieutenant Morgan marked potential landing points, places where alien ships might attempt an invasion. Commander Bennett made plans for each possibility. A sudden alert broke the calm. "Ma'am, the scout ship is moving faster. It is changing orbit and approaching our research station near the moon," Morgan reported. Commander Bennett's eyes narrowed. "Prepare the station for observation and defense. Alert the drone teams. Activate automated defense protocols. We may be about to make first contact." The alien ship drew closer to the station, its sensors scanning, probing, and sending energy pulses to test the human defenses. Daniel Hayes thought this was harmless. He had no idea the humans were ready. When the alien sensors attempted to scan the station, hidden defenses activated. Electromagnetic shields blocked their signals. Automated drones in hidden bays moved into position. Daniel Hayes watched the readings fluctuate and blink. "What is this?" he muttered. Vrack looked concerned. "Ma'am, their readings are not as weak as before. Something is interfering." Daniel Hayes' eyes narrowed. "Interference? Impossible. They should not have defenses like this. Increase sensor power. Find the source." But the humans were already taking notes. Every alien scan, every energy pulse, every movement of the scout ship was recorded. They learned the aliens' technology, their speed, and their tactics. Captain Ethan Parker and his squadron observed quietly from the shadow of the moon. Every movement was calculated. Back on the alien ship, Daniel Hayes felt the first pangs of uncertainty. They are responding somehow. They are not defenseless. Vrack looked worried. "Should we retreat?" Daniel Hayes shook his head. "No, not yet. We watch, we gather information, but be careful. Something about this planet, it feels different than the others." On Earth, Commander Bennett watched the alien ship silently. She knew her people were ready. The public may not know, but humanity had prepared for centuries. They had hidden technology, advanced weapons, and intelligence far beyond what the aliens expected. The first real clash had not yet begun, but already the humans had gained an advantage. They learned, adapted, and observed. The aliens believed they controlled the situation, but the humans were quietly preparing the tools that would make the next battle deadly. As the scout ship continued its orbit, the humans activated hidden communication channels. Scientists, engineers, and pilots coordinated across continents. Dr. Hannah Lewis, working in a secret research lab, prepared energy systems that could disable alien sensors. Lieutenant Nathaniel Brooks, flying a hidden fighter, studied the alien movements, noting weaknesses and patterns. The aliens believed they were masters of the sky. They thought humans were primitive and disorganized. They did not see the coordination, the planning, and the unity of people on Earth. Humans were silent, patient, and intelligent. At night, cities sparkled with lights unaware of the danger above. Oceans reflected the stars. Mountains hid secret launch sites. The aliens saw only the surface, only what they expected. They did not see the depth of human planning, the hidden strength of Earth's true defenses. Daniel Hayes leaned back in his chair, confident, but a small seed of doubt began to grow. He could not yet name it. He simply knew this planet felt different. Dangerous, maybe, but not because of brute force. Somewhere below, Commander Bennett smiled quietly. Humans were ready. The world would not fall easily. They had prepared for this moment in secret for generations. And now the moment had come. The scout ship made another pass, unaware it was being carefully tracked. Automated drones moved into position, ready to react at the first sign of aggression. Captain Ethan Parker's squadron remained hidden, watching every detail, waiting for the right moment. And as the stars stretched endlessly above Earth, a silent battle of wits and preparation began. The aliens believed Earth was defenseless. They were wrong. Worse than that, they had no idea the true strength of humanity, hidden beneath the surface, waiting to strike back. The calm of the first encounter would not last long. The humans were awake now. They had seen the aliens. They had learned. And when the time came, they would strike. Above Earth, the scout ship drifted, unaware it had entered a world far more prepared, far more dangerous than any alien mind could imagine. Humanity was not weak. Humanity was ready. And the first part of the battle, the silent test, had already been won by the people who the aliens thought they could easily destroy. The first real clash came quietly. Earth's defenses had observed the alien scout long enough to understand its patterns. Commander Laura Bennett made her decision. Humans would not strike recklessly, but they could no longer simply watch. The aliens were probing, testing, and every move could reveal their weaknesses. "Lieutenant Morgan," Bennett said, pointing to the screen, "prepare our drones for a controlled intercept. Keep it small. We do not want them to panic yet, but we need data. Ethan Parker, ready your squadron. This is the first real test." Kyle Morgan nodded, his fingers moving quickly across the controls. Hidden drones moved into position above the Pacific Ocean, camouflaged against satellites and the planet's shadow. Captain Ethan Parker's fighters remained quiet, waiting behind asteroids for a clear line of sight. In orbit, the alien scout ship began to move faster. Daniel Hayes noticed the subtle adjustments in trajectory. "They are preparing something," he muttered. "Increase sensor sweep. Find the source of interference." Vrak moved to comply, but the alien technology struggled to track the hidden humans. Every measurement fluctuated. The humans had learned to hide in ways the aliens had never imagined. Daniel Hayes felt a small seed of doubt. He did not understand how such primitive creatures could manipulate energy with such precision. On Earth, Dr. Hannah Lewis worked with engineers to coordinate an electromagnetic pulse. It was designed to temporarily disrupt alien sensors, allowing human drones to approach safely. "Ready on my mark," she said. Her team checked the systems, holding their breath. Commander Bennett gave the signal. The pulse fired, spreading invisible waves through space. The alien sensors flickered, confusion spreading across the scout ship's instruments. Daniel Hayes leaned forward, frowning. "What is happening? Why can't we see them clearly?" Ethan Parker's squadron moved in next, their small fighters emerging from behind asteroids. The alien scout was caught off guard. It tried to maneuver, but humans had studied its speed, its agility, and its weapons. Every move the aliens made had been predicted. Lieutenant Nathaniel Brooks led the first attack. His fighter dove toward the scout ship, using precision energy pulses to disable shields in one sector. The alien ship fired back, energy beams slicing through space, but the humans were too quick. Their fighters weaved between fire and debris, striking with surgical precision. Daniel Hayes' frustration grew. He had expected no resistance, but these humans fought like seasoned soldiers. "They are fast, too fast," he said. "They are organized." Vrak looked uneasy. "Captain, we are losing drones. They are too coordinated." "It is unlike anything we have seen." Daniel Hayes clenched his fists. "Hold formation. Do not retreat. Observe, learn, and report. They are only a scout. This is not the full planet." On the ground, Commander Bennett coordinated every move. "Do not overcommit," she said, speaking to her team through secure channels. "We are testing them. Every reaction gives us data, but if they overreach, we strike harder." The humans had hidden defenses around the globe, ready to act if needed. Orbital weapons platforms disguised as asteroids began to track alien movements. Small energy pulses targeted the scout ship, testing its shields without causing full damage. The aliens scrambled to respond, overestimating each strike. Captain Ethan Parker noticed a weak point in the scout's shield. "I have an opening," he said. "Targeting now." The fighter squadron fired precision blasts, forcing the scout to retreat slightly. Daniel Hayes realized humans were using strategy, not just brute force. They were clever, adapting instantly to attacks. On Earth, civilians watched the sky in awe and fear. News channels reported strange lights over oceans and deserts, but the military kept the full truth hidden. Only those involved in the defense understood what was happening. Humanity had prepared for centuries, and now, in these first moments of contact, their readiness was proving itself. Dr. Hannah Lewis activated another system, sending out pulses to interfere with alien energy weapons. Daniel Hayes saw the pulses strike the scouts' shields, weakening them momentarily. His voice was tense. "They are learning our systems faster than expected. Prepare for evasive maneuvers." The scout ship twisted and turned, firing beams and trying to escape. Human drones pursued carefully, striking only when it was safe. Captain Ethan Parker coordinated with Lieutenant Brooks, calling out maneuvers. The humans worked as a single unit, each fighter anticipating the other's moves. Daniel Hayes realized something. These humans were not disorganized, not weak. They were unpredictable, clever, and coordinated. Every strike, every defensive move showed intelligence beyond what he had expected. Vrak's voice was quiet. "Captain, I think they are stronger than we believed. Even their technology seems adaptive." Daniel Hayes shook his head. "Impossible, they are primitive, but yes, they fight differently. I cannot explain it." Back on Earth, Commander Bennett smiled slightly. She had expected this reaction. Humans had always relied on intelligence and strategy more than raw power. Now they were proving it. Every small strike, every move of the fighters and drones was designed to gather information while minimizing risk. The alien scout tried to regroup. Daniel Hayes ordered energy beams to fire in patterns meant to intimidate humans, but the humans dodged easily. Captain Parker's squadron used feints and sudden attacks, forcing the alien ship to waste energy on defensive maneuvers. Lieutenant Brooks led a daring move. He flew directly toward the scout, firing a concentrated energy pulse. The pulse struck a section of the shield, causing temporary system overload. Daniel Hayes barked orders, but it was too late. Humans had learned the weak point. The scout ship began to retreat, but not before human drones marked it. Every movement, every reaction was recorded. Commander Bennett now had data on alien technology, their patterns, and their likely strategies. The humans had turned the alien test into an advantage. On the alien ship, Daniel Hayes realized the truth. "They are not defenseless, they are dangerous." Vrak frowned. "We underestimated them. What do we do?" Daniel Hayes looked at the blue planet below, its oceans and forests, its cities tiny and fragile. But he could feel the difference now. Humans were not weak. They were clever, coordinated, and unafraid. He had thought conquest would be simple. Now he was not so sure. On Earth, Commander Bennett allowed a moment of quiet celebration. The first test had gone well. Humans had shown they could survive, observe, and adapt. They had not yet struck fully, but they had proven they could fight and think faster than the aliens expected. Captain Ethan Parker's squadron returned to their hidden base, moving through asteroid shadows. Every pilot knew they had changed the game. Humanity had made contact, and it had surprised the aliens. Dr. Hannah Lewis reviewed the data from the electromagnetic pulses. Every scan, every measure of alien energy was logged. "We have their patterns," she said. "We can predict most of their movements now." Commander Bennett nodded. "Good, but remember, this is only the beginning. The scout was just the first step. The aliens will send more. We must be ready to strike harder and faster when they do." Daniel Hayes studied his readings and could not hide his frustration. The humans had taken his scout by surprise, not with strength, but with intelligence. They had turned observation into control, weakness into advantage. He had expected to be the teacher to show humanity its place, but he had been wrong. Vrak's eyes were wide. "Captain, they fight like soldiers, not like primitives, not like animals. They have strategy." Daniel Hayes clenched his fists. "Yes. And we have learned something important. We cannot underestimate them. Not now, not ever. Earth is more dangerous than any planet we have faced." On Earth, the sun set over the horizon. Cities lit up, unaware of the full scope of the battle above. The humans had won the first real engagement, but they knew the war had only begun. Commander Bennett gathered her team. "We learn from every move they make. Every strike gives us knowledge. Every scan gives us power. They may have strength in numbers, but we have strength in mind." Captain Parker looked at her, his face serious. "They won't expect what comes next. We can use their arrogance against them." Commander Bennett nodded. "Exactly, they believe Earth is weak. That is their mistake. And it will be their downfall." Above the planet, the alien scout withdrew to report back. Daniel Hayes knew now that his fleet could not simply conquer Earth. He had thought it would be easy. He had thought humans were defenseless. Now he knew better. The humans were awake. They had seen the aliens, learned from them, and prepared for the battles to come. And so, the first clash ended, not with full destruction, but with a revelation. Humanity had shown its hidden strength. They had turned a moment of danger into a lesson in strategy and preparation. The aliens had underestimated them, and that mistake would be remembered. The stars above Earth glimmered in silence, for now the planet was safe. The humans had defended their home and shown the first signs of true resistance. The aliens would learn soon enough that Earth was not easy to conquer. Humanity was not defenseless, and worse than that, they were clever, united, and ready. The war had begun, but in these first moments, Earth had already proven one undeniable truth: the aliens were wrong. They had thought the planet weak, unprepared, and easy. They were mistaken. Humanity was awake, watching, learning, and waiting. And when the next battle came, they would strike with everything they had. The alien scout had returned to report, but its findings were not good news. Daniel Hayes looked at the data flowing across the command screens. Humans were not weak, as he had assumed. They were clever, adaptive, and organized. His confidence from before had turned into frustration. He had believed Earth would fall easily. Now he knew it would not. Vrak shifted nervously beside him. "Captain, they fight differently. They are fast, coordinated, and clever. They have hidden weapons. I do not know if our fleet can handle this." Daniel Hayes clenched his fists. "Prepare the main fleet. We cannot underestimate them again. Launch reconnaissance ships to monitor Earth. Find their hidden bases. Learn everything, but move carefully. They are not primitives. They are dangerous." Back on Earth, Commander Laura Bennett did not wait for the aliens' next move. The humans had learned from the first encounter, and they were ready to act. "It is time to take the initiative," she said to her team. "We will not wait for them to strike again. Nathaniel Brooks, Ethan Parker, prepare your teams. We hit their supply ships near the asteroid belt. Do not underestimate them. We fight smart, we fight fast, we strike where it hurts." Lieutenant Nathaniel Brooks and Captain Ethan Parker prepared their fighters. Hidden in asteroid shadows, the humans moved with precision. Every pilot knew the plan. They would strike at the alien supply lines, the ships that kept the scout and the rest of the fleet alive. Without supplies, the alien forces could not sustain long-term operations. Dr. Hannah Lewis coordinated remotely from Earth, guiding the deployment of electromagnetic pulses and automated drones along the asteroid belt. Every movement was calculated. Every strike was planned. Humans had learned not to waste energy on direct conflict when strategy could win the battle. The first human fighters emerged from the shadows. Their engines glowed faintly, enough to be seen by sensors, but too small to be dangerous. They approached alien supply ships quietly, moving in formation. Captain Ethan Parker led the first squadron. "Remember," he said, "hit and retreat. Make them react, confuse them, and gather data." Daniel Hayes watched the approaching ships and felt unease. He could sense humans were moving, but he could not locate them. "They are coming," he said. "Where are they hiding? Sensors cannot track them clearly." The humans struck quickly. Precision energy pulses hit the supply ships, disabling engines and shields. Alien drones tried to respond, but humans had studied their reaction times. Every strike was calculated to damage systems without engaging the full fleet. The supply ships could not escape. Lieutenant Nathaniel Brooks executed a daring maneuver. He flew directly past the supply ships, drawing fire from alien weapons, then twisted back to strike a second target. Each move was precise, each action tested and rehearsed. The alien fleet was caught off guard. Humans were fast, smart, and unpredictable. Daniel Hayes' frustration grew. He had never encountered a species that fought like this, not with strength alone, but with intelligence. "Increase defense protocols," he barked. "Do not let them destroy our supplies. We cannot afford this." On Earth, Commander Bennett smiled quietly as she watched the human strikes succeed. The supplies were damaged, alien engines disrupted, and human drones moved with perfect timing to gather every bit of information. Humanity was taking the fight to the enemy without overcommitting. Captain Ethan Parker saw the alien response beginning to falter. "Keep pressure," he said. "They are reacting too slowly. Target their weak points." The alien fleet scrambled. Daniel Hayes realized they had underestimated humans. "They are not only attacking," he said, "they are learning from us. Every move we make, they adapt instantly. This is unlike anything we expected." Back on Earth, humans coordinated across the globe. Teams in hidden command centers, research labs, and orbital platforms shared information instantly. Dr. Hannah Lewis sent new data to pilots, showing the alien fleet's weaknesses in real time. Every strike became more effective, every maneuver more precise. Lieutenant Brooks and Captain Parker led another strike, this time targeting alien communication arrays hidden in asteroids. Without communication, the alien fleet struggled to coordinate. Confusion spread among alien commanders. Ships fired at wrong targets, engines collided, and drones malfunctioned. Humans had turned intelligence into chaos for the enemy. Daniel Hayes gritted his teeth. "They are brilliant. Their coordination, their timing, it is not natural for primitives." Vrak's voice trembled. "Captain, perhaps we should retreat. We may be overmatched." Daniel Hayes shook his head. No, we observe, we adapt, but we do not retreat yet. Learn everything. We cannot let them gain full control of this fight. Meanwhile, humans were not only attacking in space. On Earth, civilians were mobilized to support the war effort. Factories produced materials for drones, energy systems were calibrated for orbital defense, and hidden railguns were prepared along coasts. Humans showed unity and coordination that amazed even their own commanders. Commander Bennett addressed her team. They think we are scattered and unprepared. They are wrong. Every civilian, every pilot, every engineer is part of the defense. We will show them that Earth is more than a planet. They will see it is a force to be reckoned with. The alien supply line continued to falter. Each human strike reduced fuel stores, disabled engines, and caused confusion among the fleet. Daniel Hayes realized that his fleet would struggle to continue operations without supply support. Captain Parker led a final strike on the largest supply ship. Using stealth maneuvers and precise energy bursts, the ship's engines failed, and it drifted helplessly. The humans retreated into asteroid shadows, avoiding retaliation. The alien fleet attempted to regroup, but chaos had taken hold. Daniel Hayes watched helplessly as humans controlled the battlefield without ever risking too much. They are planning 3 moves ahead, he said. Every attack is precise, every retreat is timed. How can they think like this? Vrak shook his head. They are not primitive, they are warriors. On Earth, Commander Bennett watched the aftermath. The human strike had succeeded beyond expectations. Alien supply lines were disrupted, their fleet disorganized, and humans had gained valuable intelligence. They will come back, she said, but now we know how to fight them. We have learned their weaknesses. We have gained the advantage. Dr. Hannah Lewis analyzed data from the strike. Every shield, every engine, every weapon system has been studied. We can predict most of their moves now. They are smart, but they are not unpredictable. Ethan Parker returned to his hidden base, exhausted but satisfied. We hit them hard, he said. They did not see it coming and they still cannot find us. Humanity is proving stronger than they thought. Commander Bennett nodded. Yes, but this is only the beginning. We have shown them our strength, our intelligence, and our unity. They believed Earth was weak. They were wrong. Worse than that, they have learned nothing yet. Above the planet, Daniel Hayes called a meeting of the alien commanders. The scout had been damaged, supply lines disrupted, and chaos spread through their fleet. The aliens had underestimated humans completely. We must adapt, Daniel Hayes said. This species is unlike any we have fought. They are clever, coordinated, and fast. We cannot take them lightly. Prepare defensive measures. Protect the remaining supply lines. Study every move they make. Vrak looked uneasy. Captain, even if we adapt, we may be too late. They have already learned our patterns. They are always one step ahead. Daniel Hayes sighed. Then we will learn as well. But know this, we cannot underestimate them again. Earth is not defenseless. It is something far more dangerous. On Earth, Commander Bennett addressed her team. Every move we make from now on will shape the battle. We have proven that humans are not weak. We have shown that we can strike intelligently. They will return, but we will be ready. And when the next fight comes, we will show them that Earth is not only defended, it is a warrior planet. Civilians continued their support. Engineers repaired drones, pilots prepared for new strikes, and scientists like Dr. Lewis monitored alien signals constantly. Humans were awake, alert, and united. The alien fleet had been tested and found wanting. Earth had turned the tide with intelligence, coordination, and strategy. Daniel Hayes stared at the view screen, watching the blue planet below. We thought this world was easy. We thought humans were weak. We were wrong, he said quietly. Far worse than that, we underestimated them. The stars above stretched in silence. The humans had struck first in earnest, and the aliens had felt the sting. Supply lines disrupted, confusion in command, and the realization that Earth was far from defenseless. All of this marked a turning point. The humans had gone on the counterattack, showing their true strength. Above Earth, hidden fighters waited, drones patrolled, and orbital systems scanned every movement. Humanity had taken control of the battle in space without revealing its full power. The alien fleet had learned the first of many lessons. Earth was alive, united, and clever. And on Earth, Commander Bennett knew it. They thought they could conquer us, she said. They were wrong. Worse than that, they thought they knew us, and they will never truly know what humans can do. The war was far from over, but humanity had taken the fight to the enemy. They had shown that they could adapt, strike, and win with strategy, intelligence, and unity. The aliens were learning that this planet was different, far more dangerous than they had ever imagined. The alien fleet had retreated to regroup, but Daniel Hayes knew that they could not underestimate Earth again. He had learned the humans were clever, fast, and coordinated. Each encounter so far had shown him that brute force alone would not win this war. "We cannot lose control," Daniel Hayes said to his commanders. "Prepare for the final assault. We will overwhelm their defenses with everything we have. They will not survive a full attack." Vrak looked uneasy. "Captain, they are stronger than we expected. Even with all our ships, we may still fail." Daniel Hayes shook his head. "Then we adapt, we learn, but we strike. Prepare the fleet." On Earth, Commander Laura Bennett had been expecting this. Humans had studied every alien movement, every strategy, every weakness. All preparations had been made for a final confrontation. Hidden orbital weapons were in position, drones patrolled, and fighters like Captain Ethan Parker's squadron were ready. "This is it," Commander Bennett said to her team. "They believe a full assault will crush us. They are wrong. We will strike with precision, intelligence, and unity. Every human, every system, every drone is part of this fight. They will learn why they underestimated us." Fighters moved silently through the shadows of asteroids, ready to intercept the alien fleet. Dr. Hannah Lewis coordinated electromagnetic pulses to disrupt alien weapons at the exact right moment. Engineers monitored orbital defenses, ready to launch missiles and energy strikes from hidden platforms. The alien fleet emerged from the darkness of space, expecting to overwhelm the humans. Energy beams lit the void as alien ships opened fire on Earth's orbital stations. Daniel Hayes felt confident. He had thought humans would crumble under a full attack, but humans did not crumble. Humans adapted instantly. Automated drones moved to block incoming fire. Stealth fighters appeared from unexpected angles, striking alien engines and weapons simultaneously. Electromagnetic pulses temporarily disabled alien targeting systems, causing shots to miss by wide margins. Captain Ethan Parker led a daring maneuver, weaving between alien beams to strike at the flagship of the fleet. His fighter moved faster than the aliens expected, exploiting a weak spot in the shields. The flagship systems flickered and chaos spread through the alien chain of command. Daniel Hayes watched in disbelief. "How are they doing this? They are too fast, too coordinated," Vrak spoke quietly. "Captain, I think we are losing control. They are predicting our moves before we make them." On Earth, Commander Bennett coordinated the entire defense. Every attack, every move was precise. Humans had learned from the previous encounters and now used that knowledge to control the battlefield. Orbital weapons fired from hidden positions, striking alien repair stations and supply ships. The aliens could not repair damages fast enough, and their fleet began to falter. Lieutenant Nathaniel Brooks led a squadron to intercept alien reinforcements. Each pilot knew the strategy perfectly. Every strike targeted weak points, every maneuver avoided unnecessary danger. Humans moved as one unit, a single mind controlling thousands of actions simultaneously. The alien flagship attempted to retreat, but it was too late. Captain Parker's squadron and automated drones blocked the path, forcing it into an ambush. Energy beams from hidden orbital platforms struck precisely where they would cause maximum damage. Daniel Hayes realized the humans had planned this in advance. Every possible move had been anticipated. Dr. Hannah Lewis activated another sequence, sending a large electromagnetic pulse across the battlefield. Alien ships' shields flickered and failed, and energy weapons went offline temporarily. Humans used the moment to strike with full force. Alien ships were destroyed faster than reinforcements could arrive. Daniel Hayes' confidence crumbled. "They are stronger than we imagined. They are destroying our fleet with strategy, not brute force. How can this be?" Vrak looked pale. "Captain, we must retreat. We cannot win." Daniel Hayes clenched his fists, staring at the blue planet below. The humans were not only defending, they were attacking, striking with precision, and taking control of the battle. He had underestimated them completely. Meanwhile, on Earth, Commander Bennett saw the alien fleet falter. "Keep the pressure," she said. "Do not let them regroup. Every strike counts. Show them the cost of underestimating humanity." Captain Ethan Parker led a daring boarding mission. He and a small team of elite pilots approached the alien flagship, preparing to infiltrate it. Sergeant Luke Thompson, trained for zero-gravity combat, led the boarding operation. They moved quickly, silently, and struck at the heart of the alien command systems. Daniel Hayes realized the danger too late. His command systems were being compromised, communication with other ships failing. Humans had predicted this move and planned for it. The flagship's defenses could not stop the elite human team. On the alien fleet, panic spread. Ships fired at each other by mistake. Engines collided. The precise organization they had relied on vanished. Humans had turned their own tactics against them. Back on Earth, Commander Bennett coordinated every strike. Every orbital weapon, every hidden drone, every pilot followed her commands perfectly. Humans had taken control of the battlefield entirely. Daniel Hayes' voice shook. They are not just defending. They are taking the fight to us. They are winning. Vrak looked at him, wide-eyed. Captain, we are losing. Retreat is our only option. Daniel Hayes stared at the planet, seeing the humans below unified, intelligent, and unstoppable. He realized that his belief in weakness had been the fatal mistake. Earth was more than a planet. It was a force of nature, unpredictable and deadly when united. The humans struck one final blow. Orbital energy weapons hit the remaining alien capital ships, and stealth fighters destroyed the command network. Captain Parker's boarding team disabled the alien flagship systems completely. The alien fleet had no coordination, no strategy, and no way to fight effectively. Commander Bennett watched the results. The alien fleet was retreating, crippled and demoralized. They thought Earth was weak, she said to her team. They were wrong. Worse than that, they underestimated humanity completely. On the alien flagship, Daniel Hayes knew it was over. He had expected to teach humans their place, to conquer a primitive planet, but he had been wrong. We underestimated them, he whispered. Earth, they are something else. Vrak shook his head. Captain, they are not just fighters, they are warriors. Every move we made was anticipated. Every attack was countered. We cannot beat them. Daniel Hayes nodded slowly. No, we cannot retreat. Take what remains and leave. This planet is not to be conquered. It is dangerous. Back on Earth, humans celebrated quietly. The battle had been won, but they remained vigilant. Commander Bennett addressed her team. They believed we had no army. They were wrong. Worse than that, they believed they could conquer us. They learned their mistake the hard way. Humanity has proven that we are ready, united, and strong. Captain Ethan Parker returned from the boarding mission, exhausted but triumphant. We struck hard but smart. They did not expect it, and they could not adapt fast enough. Humanity has won this battle, but we must remain prepared. Dr. Hannah Lewis analyzed the alien technology recovered from disabled ships. We have data on every system, every weapon, every strategy they tried. We now know more about them than they know about us. Earth's defenses are stronger than any alien could imagine. Commander Bennett nodded. Good. We learn, we adapt, and we prepare. This planet is not only defended, it is a warrior planet. We have shown them that humans are clever, united, and unstoppable when they work together. On the retreating alien fleet, Daniel Hayes looked back at Earth, a small blue and green sphere glowing against the black of space. He understood now the truth that he had ignored before. Humans were not weak, not primitive, not simple. They were something else entirely. Something dangerous. They thought Earth was defenseless, he said quietly. They were wrong. Worse than that, they underestimated humanity completely. The stars stretched endlessly around the planet. Humans had defended their home. They had struck with intelligence, strategy, and unity. The aliens had learned a lesson that they would never forget. Earth was not just a planet. It was a warrior world. Commander Bennett looked out at the sky from the orbital command station. The battle was over for now, but humanity had proven something important. They were awake, prepared, and united. Any force that tried to take them by surprise would face the full strength of an intelligent, coordinated species. Earth is ready, she said softly. And the universe will never forget it. The human fleet returned to its hidden bases, drones patrolled the skies, and orbital defenses remained alert. Humanity had survived the first invasion, turned the fight back on the attackers, and won. But more importantly, humans had shown that they were not just defenders, they were warriors. Daniel Hayes' fleet continued its retreat into deep space, humbled, cautious, and wary. They had learned that Earth was not weak, and they would not underestimate humans again. And so Earth stood victorious. Humans had defended their planet, struck with precision, and revealed the true strength of humanity. intelligence, unity, courage, and the unbreakable will to survive. The stars above continued to shine, and Earth remained a blue jewel of life, ready to face any threat. The aliens had thought they could conquer the planet. They had been wrong. Far worse than that, they had awakened humanity's full potential.